Hi Jim, it's Dundee United at Capello on Saturday, a big game. Can I get your thoughts going into the match, please?
Yeah, I mean it's it's a game to look forward to. I think Dundee United are, they're still one of the top clubs in Scotland. In terms of the level of club, the resources, the facilities, and they've got a huge talented squad. We know they're not playing at their very best at this moment in time, but it just takes one result, maybe one moment in a game just to spark them back into life again. When you've got good players, sometimes that's all it takes. So we've got to try and make sure it doesn't happen against us on Saturday. But at the same token, from our point of view, we've got to try and approach the game the same as we do in every game, which is to be positive, to have a good intensity about us, and see if we can put them under pressure.
When you play a team like Dundee United, is that the kind of game that takes care of itself because the opposition and the name and the sort of level they'll have?
Yeah, well, let's be honest with you, Dundee United shouldn't be where they are at this moment in time, in terms of the level of the club, and they should be looking to be in the Premier League, but and they may still may achieve that, but at this moment in time, we're not too far apart in the league, and if we can get a result on Saturday, it just gives your players an awful lot of confidence for the remaining fixtures. So I think you want to try and keep confident as high as you can, try and keep the atmosphere buoyant, and the best way to do that is to get results. But I really can't focus too much on the United. They've changed the shape the last couple of weeks. They've went to 3 at the back. Whether that's the case again against us, we'll have to wait and see. So they have changed it around a little bit. Obviously they brought in Bilal Mushney just over the last couple of weeks, but they've got some good players back. Obviously Fraser's back in again, and McDonald started scoring goals again. So they still are a threat. There's no doubt about that. And we've got to make sure that we're really up for the challenge.
Any game against Dundee United is always a big game. Does the sort of league placings add to the occasion, do you think, in this occasion?
Well, I don't know. I'd rather be, at that end of the table, having a game against them rather than maybe 6 or 7 places separating us. Because obviously there's a little bit more pressure when that comes to the situation. But listen, it's a good game to look forward to. There's no doubt about it. Although they won't have a huge travelling support, they still will have a healthy support, and for us that creates a bit of atmosphere, and like any football match, you much prefer to play in these type of games, a little bit more profile in these games in the Championship. So we'll definitely, I think the players will definitely relish it.
You come into the game, it's 3 undefeated, you won last week against Brechin. The players in good form, they're looking forward to it. Yeah,
well, I think over the last couple of months we've had, as I said, one bad 45 minutes really against Falkirk, and the rest of the time results have been pretty favourable, I think, and we've just got to try and keep it going. I mean, we've been up a wee bit unlucky a couple of weeks ago to lose a late goal against Livy, but that can happen. But I was delighted with the overall performance against Brechin last week. Brechin were really fighting. You could see that given everything, because they're trying to stave off that, the fact that they'd be relegated. So they were really fighting hard, and I think the expectations on our shoulders was weighing quite heavily. But I thought the players handled it well, and third deserved the win. And if we can continue with that mentality against Dundee United, but we know we have to play a little bit better. We have to move the ball a little bit quicker. But there should be a little bit more space. I would imagine Dundee United will come to us as well. So I think it'll be an attractive game, and hopefully we can do enough to get all 3 points.
Just any team news, Jim? Obviously Robert Thomson, it's just an hour under his belt, scored the other night in the 20s against Greenock. Just any team news, Jim?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's good to see Tomo back playing against me in a couple of months. He'd been injured. He said himself felt a wee bit ring rusty, which is understandable. Legs were a wee bit heavy over the last couple of days training. But he's not had any adverse effect of the injury, and that's the most important thing. It's just getting up to game speed now. But having him back available again, I think will be a great boost for us, because he gives us a different option of playing, and I think that'll be important for us. So he's back available again. Gary Harkin's back available again after having a 1-match suspension. Everyone else that played the game last week has come through okay. So we've still got the long-term injuries. Obviously, has been OJ McGowan, Ross Forbes, Jai Katongo, Lee Day, but the other guys have been involved over the last maybe 2 or 3 months are all available now.
In terms of on the park, it's a big day, but also off the park, it's the Morton and the community's 5th birthday celebrations on Saturday at the game. I know you've always been a big supporter of the community and the work they do, and a fan of what they do. Just kind of get a few words
Yeah, I
from
think
you.
the thing is that when you do stuff in the community, I think a lot of people think it's just football. It's not football. It's exactly the word says. It's community. There's so many activities that they do to help in the community, support, assist various people, and I think it's you know, a lot of time we know they got the award a year or so ago, and rightfully so, but they continue to do that, and as I said, and the people in the background there that go about their business do it quietly, effectively. They're not looking for publicity, but they deserve an enormous amount of praise, not I think from so much in the football side, but from Greenock and Port Glasgow and Inverclyde area in particular, because they put so much time and effort into helping people. And I think when you help people in the community, I think you deserve a little pat on the back. It's easy to say, well done, but it's much harder to go and do the job, and these people do it, and as I say, then they get minimal thanks for it. So I think an enormous amount of gratitude goes to the guys down at the community.
Excellent, Jim. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck against Dundee United on Saturday.
Thanks very much.